Author POV. Today very special day for Taehyung and his family because his marriage date is going to fix with his love Anna. He is very happy today. He came take blessing from his parents and did his breakfast and went to his office. He came office and started doing his work because he need to go home early. Then Anna came and immediately hugged him. He also hugged her tightly and picked her forehead and she blushed and left him. He looked at her and started admiring her. She is looking very beautiful. She looked at him and saw him already looking at her. She said bye and went from there. He started smiling more and continued his work. Here, another side, we can see a very big room in which a girl fastly getting ready for her college. Her friends continuously to calling her, but she didn't have time to take a call. She fastly go downstairs. She knew that her mother waiting for her on dining table for breakfast. She slowed down her speed and very slowly she went outside. Then she immediately sit in the car. There her brother Jimin waiting for her. He started car and give her sandwich. She started smiling at him, gave him kiss on his cheek and said thank you brother. They came in front of college. Bye brother, take care. You too. He kissed her on forehead and went to his office. Time skip. After completing office work, they both came outside. Taehyung started his bike and looked at Anna. She immediately sit on his bike and he started his bike and went to Anna's house. They came and saw their parents already waiting for them. Taehyung took blessing from Anna's parents and Anna from Taehyung's parents. Their parents told that date is next week and soon they started preparing for wedding. Taehyung called Jimin and told him everything. Jimin is very happy for his friend. That time Wyan sitting with his brother and listening what Taehyung told. She is very upset with that. What else she can do? She went to her room. She came to her room and started crying. She loved him when she doesn't knew the meaning of love. Her brother came and knocked on her room door and said, Wyan, let's have dinner, he said. I already ate, she said, and he went from there. Next morning, Wyan's mother came to check Wyan. She called her. Wyan, wake up, you will be late for your college. And she didn't woke up. Her mother touched her forehead and realized she having fever. She immediately called doctor and Jimin. Doctor came and checked on her and gave medicine to her and her mother feed her soup and gave her medicine so she can sleep. Taehyung came to Jimin's house and he saw Mrs. Park sitting in living room. He immediately took blessing from her, but he can see that she is very tense, so he asked, what happened? She told him about Wyan fever. Don't worry son, come and do breakfast with Jimin, she said. No auntie, I already did, but Jimin came and made him forcefully sit with him and started serving him. Mrs. Park smiled and went from there. Jimin asked about marriage. He immediately started smiling, told him date. Jimin teased him. Then that time Wyan came downstairs and she saw Taehyung. Her face started smiling but her heart is aching because he is not her. She immediately went to upstairs. Wyan's mother noticed her, called her. Jimin saw her sister but she is very big, so he immediately went to her and bring her to dining table. Taehyung noticed Wyan. He feels she is not okay right now. He asked her, "How are you, Wayan?" She didn't say anything, just nodded her head. "Why you came down? Did you need anything?" "Water," she said, and Jimin took the glass from the table and given her. "I am going to my room." Her temperature cooled down now, but she feeling weak in front of him. "Jimin, now I am leaving. There is so many things for preparation and we don't have much time," he said. "Son, if you need anything, then don't hesitate to ask, okay?" And Jimin support his mother. Taehyung looked at both of them. He said thanks to God that he meets such good people in his life. He left from there. Time skip. Author POV. Wayan busy herself in college work. She didn't want to think about Taehyung, and the time is near for his wedding function. Wayan thinks she can't live without him. She need to do something. Time skip. Author POV. Taehyung and Anna is very happy about themselves that finally they are going to live together. Wayan came with Jimin and her mother to Taehyung's house. There is a function before wedding. Mrs. Park went to Mrs. Kim to congratulate them. Jimin went to see Taehyung. Today last function and tomorrow is going to wedding. Wayan saw Anna. She is looking very pretty. Mrs. Kim saw Wayan standing alone. She went to her and said, "Wayan, my child, what are you doing here alone? Come sit with us." Wayan went with her and sit with them. One lady came and said to Mrs. Kim. She looked at Wayan and said, "Your daughter-in-law is very pretty." No, she is not my daughter-in-law." "Anna, my child, come here. She is my daughter-in-law." Anna smiled toward her and said, "Hello, auntie." "Your daughter-in-law, very beautiful." At that time, Taehyung and Jimin came and Taehyung saw Anna and smiled at her. He couldn't take his eyes off from her. Anna started blushing and her friend started teasing her. Wayan saw that she can't see her love Taehyung with anyone else. She became so angry and immediately left from there, the atmosphere there suffocating her. She came outside of the garden. She started talking to herself. "You can't do this with me, Taehyung. I can't live without you. This wedding is not going to happen. I have to do something. You are mine, only mine. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. Think, Wayan, think. Do something before it's late." Mrs. Park came and saw Wayan outside. Mrs. Park immediately went to her and asked, "Wayan, what are you doing here?" "Mom, I am going home." "Why? What happened? Are you alright?" "My head is paining." "Okay, I'm sending driver. You go with him, okay?" "Okay, take care." After some time, driver came and she sat in the car and went to her house. She went to her room and took out her hidden album in which a picture of Taehyung, Wayan and Jimin. The time when Wayan is participating in dance and win first prize, and she is very happy that day. In this album, her brother Jimin and Taehyung both in this picture. She said, looking at Taehyung picture, "I am going to be your bride, Taehyung. I can't live without you. I will kill myself for this. Sorry, brother, but I have to do this because I love him," she said, looking at Jimin picture. Time skip. Author POV. The biggest day come in Taehyung, Anna Wayan life. Anna is looking very beautiful in bright dress. That her dress color is matching with her cheek. Her mother came and said, "Looking beautiful, my daughter. Taehyung is very gentleman. I know he's going to take care of you." Taehyung is very happy and nervous. His parents both are very happy for him that finally in his son's life someone going to come who always with him in a good and bad situation. Jimin came with her mother and people are not that much because all the relative of Taehyung is in somewhere else, so wedding date is very early. That's why many people did invited Taehyung waiting for his soon going to be his wife. Beatrice asked to bring bride. Anna mother went. Wedding in Jimin big mansion garden. He wants for Taehyung and he is happy doing for this. His friend brother Anna came at that time with her mother. She going toward Taehyung but a voice stopped her. "Stop, she's looking very devastated, her face red because of continuously crying. She's very simple dress." Wayan mother and her brother both came and asked her, "What happened, Wayan?" "Yes, why are you crying like this? Just tell me." Taehyung also stand. Wayan trying to speak because she's very nervous how she's going to tell this to her brother. She need to do this for her love. "Oppa, I am pregnant." Mrs. Park listened to this. Can't believe her daughter is pregnant. She angrily looking at her and slapped her. Wayan started crying more. Jimin is shocked. They also shocked. They can't believe it, but Jimin see her sister is continuously crying and telling him she is pregnant. Everyone silent after such big news. Mrs. Park came forward, asked her, "Who is this man? Whose child is this?" Wayan looked at her mother. Her eyes are very red because of continuously weeping. Wayan looked at Taehyung. Her mother looked at the direction where Wayan is looking. Everyone started looking at her. Taehyung looked at her. Why is everyone looking at him? He looked at Wayan. Wayan looked at him